Problems on sequential circuits are very interesting. So let's solve a problem. You can see the problem statement on the screen. The problem states that a clocked sequential circuit has 3 states A, B, C and 1 input X. So the 3 states are A, B, C and the input is X. And it is defined the output as Z. The state assignments of the 3 states A, B, C are 0, 0, 0, 1 and 1, 0 as given in the problem. So we have state A with the state assignment 0, 0, state B with the state assignment 0, 1 and C with the state assignment 1, 0. Next, as long as input X is 0, the circuit alternates between the states A and B. That means if the input is 0 and if the circuit is in state A, it goes to B. So input is 0, output is also 0. And then if it is in B and if the input is 0, then the output is also 0 and it goes to state A. Right? So we assume that if the input is 0, it goes to state B with the output 0. And given that if it is in state B, input is 0, the output is also 0. The next sentence, if the input X becomes 1, either in state A or in state B, the circuit goes to state C. So if the circuit is in state A and if the input is 1, then it goes to state C, so with an output 1. And similarly, if the circuit is in state B and the input is 1, it goes to state C with an output 1. And if the circuit is in state C and if the input is 1, it remains in the state C, right? So if the input is 1 and if the circuit is in state C, it remains in state C. The next statement, the circuit returns to state A if the input becomes 0 once again and from then on repeat its behavior. Now if the circuit is in state C and if the input is 0, it goes back to state A with an output 0. So this is the state diagram which has to be written. So the first part of the problem is you need to draw the state diagram. So after having drawn the state diagram, so for convenience I've written both the inputs and outputs. So to draw the state table, we need both the inputs and outputs as well as the states A, B and C. So let's consider the present state as PS, input X. So the input is 0 or 1 and the present states are A, B and C. Now what are the state assignments? The state assignment for A is 0, 0, for B is 0, 1 and then for C is 1, 0. Now how do we fill in the state table? How do we write the state table? Now if the circuit is in state A, input X is 0, then what happens? It goes to state B with an output 0. Now you have state B. Now what is state B? B is nothing but 0, 1. So I'll write 0, 1 here. Now if we are in state B and if the input is 0, we go back to state A. So state A is 0, 0 and the output is 0 itself. So go back to state A with an output 0. Right? So this indicates the state, the next state, and the next bit here after the slash indicates the output Z. Now if the circuit is in state C and if the input is 0, it goes back to state A here with an output 0. So again state A is 0, 0. Now if we are in state A and if the input is 1, then we go to state C. C is 1, 0 with an output 1. So output is 1, state C. Now similarly, if we are in state B and if the input is 1, go to state C with an output 1. And what is the state assignment for C? It is 1, 0. So the state assignment I'm writing within brackets. And if the circuit is in state C and if the input is 1, it remains in C. So it remains in C with an output 1 and the state assignment is 1, 0. So this is the state table. So this indicates the next state and then you have the output which is Z. right? So now I have to find the simplified expression for the output Z, right? And as well as the two flip-flops. Now we know that state A has the state assignment 0, 0, B has an assignment 0, 1, and C has an assignment 1, 0. So definitely we need two flip-flops, and we have to use D flip-flops to construct the circuit. So let's find out the map for the output Z. So the map for the output. So you have the present state and the input X 0, 1. So you have 0, 0, which is state A, B, which is 0, 1, and C, which is 1, 0. And what about the outputs? The outputs are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. So these are the outputs, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Right? So this happens to be the map for the mapping for the output Z. Now we observe that the output Z is nothing but X. So this is X. If X is 0, Z is 0. If X is 1, Z is 1. So the output Z is nothing but equal to X. So the output Z is nothing but equal to X, right? So this is an important result what we get. So we need two other results. Now the state assignment for A, B, and C, you have 2 bits. So let me define the first bit as Y1, the second bit as Y2. For the flip-flops D1 and D2. So again we need to find the inputs for the D flip-flops. So let's find the mapping for D1. So this is the present state, the input. Again you have A, which is 0, 0, B, which is 0, 1, and C, which is 1, 0, and then X is 0, 1. I need to consider the first bit, right? The first bit within bracket 0, 0, 0, and here it is 1, 1, 1. Right? Now what is the mapping for D? So D1 again is nothing but X. So you observe that D1 is nothing but X. So if X is 0, D1 is 0. If X is 1, D1 is 1. Very simple. Now we need to also do a similar mapping for D2. So let me write it here. A similar mapping for D2. Again we consider the present state, input X 0, 1, A, which is 0, 0, B, which is 0, 1, C 1, 0. I need to consider the second bit within the bracket 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So this is 1 only for the combination 0, 0, 0. So we have considered the first bit of the state assignment as Y1 and the second bit as Y2. So therefore this happens to be the mapping for D2. So therefore D2 is nothing but Y1 bar, Y2 bar, X bar, right? So what is Y1? Y1 is nothing but the output of the flip-flop D1, and Y2 is nothing but the output of the flip-flop D2. So with these results we can easily draw the circuit using D flip-flops. So we need 2 D flip-flops. So I have the first D flip-flop and the second D flip-flop. So this is D1. The output Q1, Q1 bar. D2, the output Q2, Q2 bar. And a common clock. So this is the clock. Now we find that the output Z is nothing but X. So this is the input X and this is Y1, and I get the output Z here, right? And this is also Y1 here. So as the input, so the output, because this is a D flip-flop. If X is 0, I get output Z equal to 0. If X is 1, I get the output Z equal to 1. Next, what is the input to the second D flip-flop? It is Y1 bar, Y2 bar, X bar. So I need a 3 input AND gate given as the input to the second flip-flop D2, and what are its inputs? So this is Y1, Y2, and then you have X bar. So X is passed through an inverter. We get X bar here. And then Y2. So Y2 is one of the inputs. And then I have Y1, which is one of the other inputs. So the output of the AND gate is going to be Y1 bar, Y2 bar, X bar, which becomes the input to the second flip-flop D2. And then this is Y2. So finally, we have constructed the circuit using D flip-flops. So this was a very interesting problem on sequential circuits where we had to first draw the state diagram and then the state table, and then by identifying the output and as well as the inputs to both the D flip-flops, we also had to construct the circuit using D flip-flops. I hope you have found the video interesting. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe, and press the bell icon to get notifications of all the further uploads, and thanks for watching.